Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first video of Vlogmas. I feel like we elevate a little bit with the channel each December, and I am so glad to be kicking off Vlogmas with this video. So we're gonna do some makeup this video and kind of catch up. But the special thing about this video is it is actually going to be a completely unedited makeup tutorial. A friend of mine gave me this idea. She let me know that makeup tutorials are not dead and that the girls still want to see them. So we're gonna see. We're not chopping it up. We're not doing any like speed through montage stuff. We're applying our makeup from start to finish, and I haven't done any makeup in a long time. I mean, I do a little razzle dazzle here or there, like quick little 5 minutes, apply some foundation to cover up dark spots when we going somewhere, but it's been a minute since I have really put time into my face. So I'm excited for this. If you do see any cuts or slices in this video, just know it's because I might have needed to swap my battery or my memory card, switched to a new frame, because it'll only allow you so many minutes before it does that. So don't think I'm a fraud. We will pick it up right back where we left off, and I am not cutting anything out. Y'all are about to see the entire process from start to finish. And I'm gonna be chatting with y'all the whole way through. I'm gonna be letting you know like each step of my makeup process and what I'm doing, just kind of give y'all some life updates. And I just thought this was the perfect way to kick off Vlogmas. I just went ahead and jumped in with my primer because this video already gonna be long. It is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I've used this before. We're doing eyebrows and eyeshadow first because, yeah, y'all. When I tell y'all I feel like I forgot, like I feel like I really forgot how to do this stuff. I just don't have time to really sit and like play in my makeup anymore. So I'm going in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and this is in the shade Ebony. And I'm just gonna start by just lightly filling in like the sparse areas here in my brow. And then I'm gonna kind of underline and outline just a little bit. Y'all will also see slices in this, like if I'm saying like too much or repeating myself or rambling over my words, because what we're not gonna do is be on here looking stupid, okay? I will not cut a thing out of the makeup process. If I run out of things to talk about, or if it's something like eyeliner or even what I'm doing right now that I need to concentrate on, I got a little music playing in the background. We'll just cut it up so y'all can watch and like vibe with me until I jump back in with the conversation. If y'all hear a baby screaming in the background, she's supposed to be in the bed. I think my oldest is coming down with like a little something, so she is probably going straight to sleep. I gave her some medicine, and she did not take a nap today, so I know she's probably already out for the count. But if y'all hear a little voice, it's because one of my children is being resistant to going to bed. So like I said, I'm just kind of filling in the tail of my brow and the little gappy like sparse areas. And then I'm going underneath and on top to create a shape. Alright, so now that I pretty much got my brows filled in, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Brow Lift Gel, and that is just gonna help me hold like my actual brow hairs in place. And at first, like when I first got this brow gel, I was going in with I was actually going in with the gel first, but it's waxy, so I don't want to go in with the gel first because it's hard to pick up the color of the pencil when you do it that way. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of the gel on the back of my hand and like run my spoolie through there just a little bit. And this is the spoolie that's on that comes on the pencil. And I'm really gonna concentrate that mainly on like the front of my brow, because I kind of want those hairs to create like the shape in the front. Yeah, I like how that's looking. This brow always do more of what I want it to do than this one. But you see how everything looks, like you can very clearly see like the brow hairs. My brows are actually so like full. Like I did not realize how full my eyebrows are. But anyway, hey y'all, what is going on in your lives? Oh my gosh, what is this concealer doing? I put the concealer on my little palette or whatever, and it's looking like kind of watery. I'm honestly gonna abort the mission with that concealer. I was gonna use one, but I'm not gonna use that one because it's just not, I've shaken it up and it's still real watery. But I'm gonna put some LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is in the shade Fawn. I'm gonna put some of that on the palette like that. And this is the one I'm using. I'm not gonna mess with that one. So I'm gonna take some on this flat concealer brush and go underneath my brow and on the top and just carve everything out. So basically I went underneath with the most generous amount of concealer, and then I barely like skimmed the top. Now this is not gonna give me like a super highlighted under eye. I mean, this is not gonna give me a super highlighted brow bone because this is actually closer to my skin color, but that is totally okay with me. I'm gonna kind of drag that down and create an eyeshadow base as well. And you see how I kind of flip my brush around as I'm spreading this product out over the eyelid. So yeah, that is that. I'm also going to go in with a I think I want to take like a little eyeshadow brush. Yeah, it's just a fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is the Morphe M505, and I just kind of want to blend that out because it's just a little bit like wet. Like I want to make sure that the concealer like dries down and doesn't leave like a wet line underneath my eyebrows. So I'm just gonna kind of blend that product in with a fluffy brush. And I'm going gently and light up near the brow because I don't want to mess up the definition. Like you can see it's nicely carved out. I like the shape and I don't want to mess that up, but I do want to like not leave any like wet concealer. All right, so we're about to do the same thing on the other side. See, that creates a nice little base for me to put my eyeshadow down. I feel so nervous about this being unedited. Like, this is gonna be the easiest video to get out because I'm really not gonna slice it like that. But especially the makeup part, I'm not cutting any makeup stuff out. Again, like I said, I might cut some conversation out just so that the conversation don't get redundant. But as far as like the makeup goes, y'all are gonna see the full on process, trial and error, mess ups, like all of that. And again, just barely using any product to just kind of skim the top. So y'all, my skin has truly been on a journey. You see a lot of dark marks, just with the turn that my health has taken in the past couple of months, like the really low iron levels, the anemia. My skin was suffering because of that, and so I have been dealing with a lot of dry skin, a lot of breakouts. I tend to mess with and pick my breakouts, which I know I shouldn't, but that's where a lot of this scarring is coming from. And I will tell you, since I have been getting like my internal health back on track, it has really come through in my skin. Like the skin is like very moist and, you know, moisturized. It retains moisture really well. I'm seeing less breakouts. I still get them occasionally, but it's not like as soon as a breakout clears up, I'm back with another breakout again. Like that's kind of what I was dealing with before, and it has gotten tons better. Like I'm not even really that discouraged by like the dark marks, because like you'll see when I lay this makeup down, it is gonna look pretty seamless because I don't have as much texture as I had back when things were bad. So moving on, when I tell y'all we going back to the basics, we going back to the basics. So I got me some Scotch tape because I want this eye look to not be like real dramatic, but just, you know, I want it to be looking like professional. I want to look like I went to Beats by Bree. Did y'all see that reel? It's a reel on Instagram, or like a trending audio on Instagram. I actually have it saved. Follow me on Instagram if you're not already. But I have it saved, and it is so hilarious because it's a guy talking and he's like, why y'all always gotta book Beats by Bree? Like, y'all need to learn how to do a little eyebrow, a little lash. And he kind of going in, but it's just so funny to me. He talking about people needing to learn how to do their own makeup. And he like, why you always gotta book Beats by Bree? Well, I want to look like I booked Bree, okay? I want to look like I know what's going on. And this tape is gonna give me the confidence. So basically, I'm just lining this up with the tail of my brow, going right underneath my lashes and up against my lower lash line. And I meant to, don't do like I did, because this will really tug on your eye. But I should have actually put the tape on the back of my hand first and pulled it off so that it wouldn't be as like sticky, because we don't want it to be like tugging too hard on this very delicate skin here. So for eyeshadow, we are using the Morphe 35O palette, and this is actually the 3502, and this is what the shades are looking like. It is very neutral, but I think this is perfect for festive holiday makeup. So we are gonna go in with that. I'm gonna take this fluffy eyeshadow brush. So it's the same shape as the eyeshadow brush that I used to blend out that concealer. It's the M504, and I'm gonna go in with this shade here. This is just a very flat matte nude color, and I'm just going to use that to set that concealer in place that I put on my eye. And I have a handheld mirror. Always have a handheld mirror when you're doing your makeup, so that you can look down to it and lay your eyelid flat. It really changes the game when it comes to your eyeshadow makeup. But anyway, let's get into some light stuff. Enough about this makeup, because we're gonna be doing eyeshadow for a minute. So let's get into some light stuff. We talked about Vlogmas and what my goals are as far as that. Oh my gosh, if y'all seriously are not following me on Instagram, go follow me there. I am putting most of my attention into my YouTube channel. I definitely nurture that platform, or I nurture this platform a lot more than any other platform. But I would say that my Lemon8 account and my Instagram come in at as strong seconds. I don't know if you've ever heard about Lemon8, but I think it's like a spinoff of TikTok. I think the TikTok owners or developers are who created that platform, but I really love that platform, and I've been using that to kind of bring back more of my like still photos, since Instagram is so short form video oriented now. But either way, follow me on both. But the reason I brought up my Instagram is because I actually landed a paid partnership with a natural hair company. I'm not gonna say their name on this video, even though the video that I do for them, or the content that I do for them, will have posted on my Instagram by the time you see this video. I still want y'all to have a reason to go to my Instagram and watch the reel for that. So I'm gonna take a smaller eyeshadow brush, and we're gonna start by going in with like a dark brown color to create like a little wing eyeshadow moment. So I think I'm gonna go in with this. This is like a dark, almost like a burgundy brown. I'm gonna go in with both of these two shades. I'm gonna go in with this cool tone brown, and then this like brick color, like burgundy brown. And what I'm gonna do is take this eyeshadow brush. It's kind of small, and it's not really pointed, but it is small. It's the M514, and I'm gonna dip into both of those shades, and I'm just gonna go in very like close to my lash line and like the outer corner, and just tap and deepen that area up, because this is gonna give kind of like a smoky effect. And don't worry about creating a straight line, because the tape is already gonna do that for you. And just kind of stay close to the lash line if you can, and just kind of blend that upward. But yeah, so I got a paid partnership, y'all. I am too hype about it. Like, this is like making everything just, again, so real for me. And the way I landed it is, I feel like at this point in my journey, I don't really have anything to lose. And I'm not shy at this point about my goals and what I'm doing as a content creator. Like, I pretty much put that out there. Everybody know what it is. So I just thought, let me explore pitching myself to some brands. And so I did. I pitched myself to about 10 brands. I'm still waiting to hear back from some. And I mean, we just gonna see. I won't, you know, a closed mouth is not gonna get fed. I won't know until I try. And it's time for me to just let the imposter syndrome go and stop second guessing myself and feeling like I am, you know, not ready, or like follower count. You know, follower count really don't matter as much as I and other like nano influencers probably thinks that it does. It just don't matter that much. Like, the quality of your content and your engagement matters above everything. So if you are a nano creator, or if you haven't even started your journey as a content creator because you are feeling insecure, go check my numbers. I want y'all to go check my numbers. Look at how long I have been on YouTube specifically. Go to my Instagram and just kind of scroll my page and, you know, gather an opinion about what you see. And I want you to take that information and know that I sat down, I created a media kit, I created pitch letters. I did this all like in a weekend. Like, I just spent a weekend working on my presentation and what I was going to present and how I was going to present myself to the brands that I love. I did start with obviously brands that I'm gonna advocate for free, just to see if they were interested in working with me. And I just want y'all to know that I did get a response. So far I've just gotten one response, but that's all it really takes, and I'm so proud of that. So yeah, and also when you go to my Instagram page, take a look at my reels and you'll see the sponsored video there. But yeah, I'm just focusing on quality of my content at this point. I'm not focusing on numbers anymore. I mean, stats matter, but I'm not focusing on numbers in terms of like follower count. We're looking at stats a whole nother way. Okay, so basically, if you can see, I'm going back and forth. So I'm taking that tapered brush, I'm dipping into those two colors, and I'm kind of like creating somewhat of a sharp line in this outer corner, and I'm also kind of like smoking it out. Now this upper portion, this is not perfect and it doesn't have to be, but I'm going back in with that fluffier blending brush where I applied that eyeshadow to set the concealer, and I am just kind of lightly blending and creating a little bit of a gradient here in the outer corner, because I don't necessarily want this line to be sharp. I kind of want it to blend up into my brow bone and my crease. And then I'll kind of go back and forth between the two because I don't want to take away from the depth of the line that's going to create up near my tape. But yeah, so that's what's going on as far as like, you know, content creation. Again, this is the first video of Vlogmas that I'm, you know, I really have high expectations. I can't stand when I think I hear some shit in my house. Okay, we had to cut the camera right there, y'all, because I don't play them kind of games. I thought I heard something outside this door, and I had to go check on my kids and make sure everything was how it needed to be out there. So anyway, but yeah, so that's what's going on with that. Moving on to something else, y'all. Livy started school. My baby is in school, y'all. So she's 3 years old and she started preschool in like the early fall, like September. And y'all, it has been such a marvelous journey for her and for us. Like, she has really taken off and acclimated to school so freaking well. Like, you know what, I honestly felt very guilty because both of my kids have been home with me and my husband, and I just felt like me not exposing them to school sooner, I have always felt a guilt, like I was doing them a disservice and that they wouldn't know how to be social and that they were going to be behind other children once they started school. So anyway, Livy is now in school and it's like she's been there this entire time. She has not skipped a beat. Her teacher just bragged on her when I went for my first like parent teacher conference. Y'all, I went to a parent teacher conference. I went for a parent teacher conference and her teacher just really bragged on her and said that she was doing so good, that she is just growing in leaps and bounds. Like, she's not even like the same little girl anymore. She has just grown so much as far as her speech is concerned. I've mentioned in previous videos that Livy had a speech delay, and she also is participating in speech therapy at school. So she does have a speech therapist that she sees when she is at school. She has speech 2 to 3 times a week, and she is just meeting all her goals like so well. There's just so much that I could say about her and the way she's performing that I don't even know really where to start. But I also, ironically, I'm just going in with a pencil. This is a brown eyeliner pencil, and I am kind of going in and over that, just right over the tape. So when I pull the tape off, the line is really sharp and defined. And it's actually going to be kind of like a wisp when I pull it off too, because of all the blending that I'm doing. But yeah, she is acclimating so freaking well. I mean, I just feel like everything happens in the perfect timing for you, and it really took, you know, Livy's journey into school, or her transition from home into school, for me to realize that. Because again, like, I just felt like, dang, like my kids are at home and they're just really missing out, and I feel like they're like probably falling behind unbeknownst to me and Dev. And what if they are? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, once they get there, what if their teacher tells us, you know, you guys should have started school? I mean, I was just being negative and thinking the worst. But ironically, a couple of weeks after Livy started school, I saw a Instagram story. A mother posted some statistics, and I mean, there's like so many. Sorry if I'm going in and out of focus. Let me get that together. There are so many statistics about parenting and how to parent and what's the right thing. With the smaller blending brush, I want to go in with, let's see. Let me go in with this lighter brown color right here. Maybe even this one right here. And we're just gonna kind of blend up into our crease a little bit to kind of like create a gradient right in here. So, but yeah, there are so many statistics, and it helped me realize there's really no right or wrong way to introduce your child into society. I mean, obviously you got to put in an effort to introduce them in and help them get acclimated. But as far as like your timing and, you know, as long as your intentions are good and you're not like hindering your child, and also you're doing everything you need to do at home, there's just so many ways to parent. And I'm putting that disclaimer out there because I just told you I was about to give you some statistics that I found, and that don't even mean that this, what I read here, was necessarily like the end all be all or the right thing, but it just really resonated with me, and it was relatable to me and like what I've gone through as far as my journey with my kids. So anyway, basically the statistics were saying, or the information that this woman posted was basically saying like, don't feel like, you know, basically like how I was feeling, like don't feel bad if you keep your children at home, if your children like do not go to daycare. Do not feel like you are doing the wrong thing, because actually there are so many benefits to your child staying at home with you until the age of 3. And that's how old Whitney is. She's 3 years old. She's about to turn 4. So yeah, they were like, there's so many benefits of your children staying at home with you, and you know, until the age of 3. And I can't remember exactly what all the benefits were, but they basically was saying what you're not doing is hurting them by keeping them at home until that age, because you know, they were just talking about all the benefits as far as their brain development goes, keeping them home until they are 3. So okay, so we gonna go back to the makeup. Real candid moment. My gradient is not turning out how I wanted it to. For some reason, I just cannot get this brow bone highlight to, it looks muddy to me. And then this one looks darker than this one. Anyway, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going because this is a real-time makeup application. So anyway, but yeah, it made me feel so much better. It was what I needed to see, what my brain needed to process at the time to feel better about the way that I'm parenting. And they basically were like, don't beat yourself up about keeping them babies at home, but also don't beat yourself up about sending your children to school or to daycare either. Like, there are benefits to both, so many benefits to both. And I just basically focused on the benefits of, you know, what I had already, like the way I did it. And there were so many, and that combined with Livy and how she acclimated to school so well, all of that combined made me feel so much better about our situation. So I'm gonna go in with some concealer, and I'm just pretty much gonna cut my crease because I'm gonna add a shimmer to my eyelid. So looking down into my mirror, I'm going to carve out my crease. I really probably should have used a different brush because this brush got little frayed hairs sticking up. Shoot. Ugh, I'm trying to like pull them out. Okay, that's good enough. So looking down into my mirror, my eyelid is nice and flat and I can see my crease. I'm just gonna stipple, which means press this flat round brush into that area. I'm not even gonna draw a line. I'm just gonna press it in. Like that. And then I'm also gonna kind of like pack it to kind of like blend it out. And with that same little, actually I'm gonna take a clean eyeshadow brush. This is the Morphe M573. I'm just gonna tap that in, make it to where that line is not so harsh. And also kind of blend it into my darker outer corner. And let's see. I need probably another eyeshadow brush. Let's see, let's brush this one off. And taking a blending brush, we using fluffy brushes on the eyes all the way through. I actually am gonna use this gold color. And I am just gonna use a fluffy blending brush to tap that over that concealer. And I'm even tapping into like that, just picking up just a light bit of product. And we're just gonna tap, 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 tap that over that concealer. And the reason I'm using a fluffy brush and a tapping motion is because I don't necessarily want it to be a defined, like sharp cut crease. I want it to be like blended or look blended. So, makeup girls, shifting gears for a second. I know I'm gonna sound all over the place with this video, but y'all, I promised y'all no edits, and this is how I talk. I'm everywhere with it. I'm everywhere with it. So that's that on my girl being in school. She's doing amazing. She is amazing, period. But makeup girls, shifting gears. Do y'all look at like inspo pics? Of course you do, we all do. But you know how when you looking at an inspo pic and it's like, ooh, I'm gonna do that. And you thinking like, I'm gonna try to switch it up and do something different. And then you switch it up. I'm going straight in that shimmer with my finger. And I'm just gonna apply it with my finger, fuck it. I'm just gonna apply it with my finger at the innermost part to kind of make it a little bit more popping. But anyway, y'all know how y'all look at a doggone inspo pic and it's like you like process in your mind how you're gonna execute a certain look, and then you get in there and you even watch, I even watch videos, like, you know, kind of trying to alter my technique a little bit based on what I see in the video to get a different kind of look. And then the bottom line, y'all, it still just look like the makeup I always be doing. Like, I want to be able to execute an inspo pic to a T, bro. Like, I'm not saying it's not gonna look good, but I can already just see this just like my old, it's just like my normal shit. But I gotta just do makeup more. That's all it is. I just gotta get back into it how I was before. And I ain't even finna like negative self-talk, cause like I said, the look is gonna give no matter what. But this is not looking like my inspo pic. This is looking like the old wit. I'm trying to look like some new wit for y'all today. I don't know. And it's been a long time since I just started straight in with my eyes, because I usually do base first, and I know when I put my base makeup on that it's gonna come together. I know it's gonna come together. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just kind of tapping that in. I use my finger. I just really want that shimmer to kind of pop. And this is kind of like, I guess you could call this could be all my makeup this month is gonna be like Christmassy. So just prepare yourself for that. We're gonna be giving y'all some Christmas party appropriate looks. And I'm just switching back and forth. I'm even going back to that original brush where I applied those 2 dark colors and tapping those dark colors in to make sure that that's not getting lost. And again, just kind of blending it into that gold, because I don't want to lose that deeper color. Okay, and then I see some patchiness out here that I'm just gonna go in with this blending brush, the bigger blending brush, the M504, and just kind of blend that out. And I keep adding to this gold, kind of trying to make it look like something different, but I'm gonna stop. We're gonna stop right there, and we're gonna go ahead and switch to the other eye. So we can move on and this video don't be hours and hours long. This crease is already higher up than the other one, I feel like. But that's okay. We're gonna damage control with that tape. We're gonna damage control everything, especially with that tape. Now what brush did, oh here it go. This one I blended out, or tap that concealer in. And again, going in with the M573, we just gonna blend out that line a little bit so it's not too harsh. But yeah, this is pretty much like gonna be some classic Christmas glam. I don't think I said that at the beginning of the video, but yeah, this is gonna be some classic Christmas glam. You know, gold eye. We're gonna do a nice bold red lip. And it's gonna be really pretty at the end. I'm claiming it. I'm claiming it. It's gonna be so pretty. So going back in with that gold. This is the M505. We're just gonna tap over that concealer and create our gold lid, similar to what we did over here. And then I'm gonna go in with my finger. The second eye always goes so much quicker than the first one. Like your first one is your trial and error, just trying to get it right, trying to see like how the look is coming together and if it's something that you can really like get jiggy with. But that second eye, it just takes a few seconds to get that together. Like I'm going right back in with that first brush I started using. Boom, we're just gonna go ahead and keep blending this deeper color up. Like that. And also the benefits of doing this, guys, is you're not gonna have to do an eyeliner, because this is gonna be pretty sharp when you take this tape off. You are not gonna have to do an eyeliner. Y'all comment in the description box. Like, I kind of have my Vlogmas videos planned out, but I am still very open to what you guys want to see, of course. Like, I'd much rather focus in on what y'all would want to see from me. I mean, obviously there are going to be some vlogs in there. Tell me if, you know, at the end of this video, if you make it all the way through, if you like the unedited makeup videos, like if it's helpful. Do you think that it's something that you enjoy sitting down watching and me talking through this whole entire process without cutting anything out to make it look all pretty and perfect? If you like that, let me know, because I'll do it again. Like, I'll do another look. I can do another, like, sorry, my battery died. I had to switch it out. Y'all want to see some hair content? My hair getting a little grip on it, y'all. Look. I'm going to pop my lashes on. The lashes that I'm using are from Kiss. They are the Kiss Lash Couture, and it's the Muses collection. I took the lashes out. This is what they look like. I'm using the style Legacy. I hope that I'm being very descriptive about the makeup, because the whole point of this being an unedited makeup tutorial is for y'all to get each and every step of the makeup. Like, I hope that it was very clear, like how I was kind of switching back and forth and blending. When it comes to blending your eyeshadow, you just play around with it, and you use a really light hand when you're blending everything up into this area. But again, at the end of the day, this is gonna all come together, because there are so many imperfections that I can see right now looking into my mirror and looking into my monitor right here that I don't like about the eyeshadow. But this shit is going to hit when I put that base makeup on. Yeah, I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna definitely do one of these again. So just give me a thumbs up and let me know, like, yes, no, maybe so, if you're gonna be tuned in. But I'm definitely gonna do this again, because my point is, you don't even have to do nothing this elaborate. I'm gonna go ahead and take my tape off. You don't even have to do nothing this elaborate for your makeup to hit and really look like a professional did it. So I had a lot of fallout down here. We're gonna get all that off, but I'm gonna just gently tug my tape off. Yeah, I should have definitely like put this on the back of my hand and pulled it off so I wouldn't tug on my eye that much. But you see that sharp line going up? And it is a little muddy right in here to me, but that's okay. But that sharp line going up, that's what I want. That's what I want it to be. And I'm also gonna go back in underneath here and kind of bold and sharpen that on my lower lid as well. So let me go in. I'm trying to think, do I want to use glue on these lashes or just use the sticker? Because I'm gonna wash this off when I'm done. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to use the glue. Hold on just a second. Let me go get my glue, y'all. All right, so we back with our glue. And I also grabbed some makeup wipes because I want to get that fallout off of my face. I'm not going to get the swiping because I want my primer to remain in place. Remember, I put my primer on at the very beginning of this video. So we're just going to kind of lightly get up in here and just get that off. Because if you don't get that off, it can get mixed in with your with your base makeup and your concealer, and that's not what you want. Like, you don't want that looking like mud. And I got a little bit of that shimmer in here, so we're just gonna kind of tap it. And see, it's gone. It is gone. And same thing here. Yeah, my baby is all the way live in there. But just like I knew, her sister is knocked out. And her loud butt is not phasing nobody. Cause Livy gonna get her sleep, honey. She is going to get her sleep. This is such a fun age, y'all. I have really been enjoying 2 and 3. Now, it ain't all perfect because they can be kind of overwhelming, but I mean, they're just both saying and expressing so much, and I mean, they're just loving on us. They love me and their daddy so freaking much. And I'm just really cherishing this moment and savoring this moment because I'm realizing how fast time can and is actually going. So I'm gonna measure my lash. I'm gonna just stick it on here. No glue on here. But I don't want it to be too long. I want it to fit my eyelid. So I'm gonna measure and just kind of cut a little bit off the tail so that we can get it fitted to my eye. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one. I don't cut from the inside, I cut from the outside, but there is still that little extension. There's a little, I ain't even gonna try to focus it in, but there's a little bit of extended lash band on the inner corner, but you just gonna cut the lash band off, the excess lash band off. You're not gonna cut any of the lash. If you cut in any of the lash off to shorten it, you're gonna do that from the outer corner, not the inside. All right, so let's apply our glue. I am using the Duo Quick Set Strip Lash Adhesive, and I'm actually using that milky white color. It dries down clear. And I like the applicator. It's not a brush, it's like a plastic little piece. And you just kind of, I'm gonna put a light, very light glaze on here because like I said, we are not keeping this makeup on. We are doing it for your entertainment, and that is all. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this stage with my girls. Like, we are growing so close. I mean, obviously we were always close. I've been their source for everything their whole life, but I feel like we're bonding like on more of a personal and like personality level, and it's just so special to me. It's so freaking special to me. So while I'm letting that glue dry down, I'm going to check my phone. Nope. So I think after all that time, I'm dried down enough with my glue where it's tacky, like sticky, and we're gonna stick it on. I don't have my tweezers with me. Tweezers are better to apply these, but I'm gonna look straight down into my mirror so I can clearly see my lash band and line it up with my lash line. Yeah, I can clearly see my lash line and line it up with the lash band. And we just gonna stick this eyelash on.
She look like 90s R&B. Her friends like SWV. Took the weave out and left it short.
Okay, so I let my glue get too dry and now it's not sticking. I think this one is the right consistency, so let's put this one on. And now that I got it lined up, I'm gonna pinch it down. Did I get it on there? Shoot. This is why I need a tweezer. Because a tweezer really would have helped me get it on there the best. Yeah, because this inner corner ain't even really touching it. I don't want to. This is so dangerous, y'all, what I'm about to do. Because if this glue get in my eye, it is going to sting like crazy. But I'm going to put a little bit. Boop, boop, boop. Right there. Oh, I'm scared to even blink. And I'm going to stick that inner corner down. And it's still not gonna go down. Hey. Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all, I used to be like boom, 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 boom with this stuff. But it's okay, we're gonna get it back. We'll change the subject again once I get this eyelash on.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck that. Pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good game, homie, sorry. They say conversation rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. And I know you what you want. Oh, I got this, put it in a song, alright. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. And I know you what you want. Oh, I got this, put it in a song, alright.
Okay, I kind of had to hold that one. Sheesh. Because that one started getting real slippery. So, I used to use black lash glue. But I actually switched to this clear because like I said, I am feeling so rusty when it comes to my makeup that this drying down clear is like goof proof. So now that we're done, oh, my skin looks so moisturized and I love that for this step. We're gonna move on to our base makeup and I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. I have been really loving this foundation. I am in the shade 340 and I just love this stuff. It is so freaking hydrating. I'm gonna put a pretty generous amount. Not generous, but more than I wear on a daily basis. Usually I just kind of spot conceal with this, but I'm actually gonna put 4 swipes, 2 on each side, and this is plenty, more than enough for my whole face. And I'm gonna blend that out with a domed blending brush by e.l.f. And we're just gonna swipe that all over the face. And then we're going to stipple that in. This tapping motion gives you the best coverage. So we just gonna tap that in like that. This will allow the product to kind of stay in place and give you like a more full coverage. I'm not gonna go way up under my eye because this brush is kind of big, and we're gonna put concealer there anyway, but I'm gonna just kind of go all over my base makeup. This is my favorite part of makeup, is putting on my foundation and stuff. It is the most fun. And you see how like kind of shiny that looks? Like we gonna set it, but I love that this stuff is so hydrating. And as far as shade match, this is not a bad shade match. It's probably a little red for me, but we'll balance that out like with our contour and our highlight, especially like our concealer is gonna balance it out. So this can, this being this shade will actually just keep me a little bronze, but I'm just looking at like chest and face. It's just looking not like it's matching the best. Oh, I got something in my eye. Whew. It was an eyelash in my eye. In other news, y'all, work has been stressful, confrontational, bro. Me and my employers have not been on the same page at all. We have very much been at odds. Like there's been a couple fallouts, and I mean, you know, I'm not with that. I carry myself very professionally for the most part, and I see so much importance in that, you know what I mean? Like I'm just not that girl that just don't care about how I'm viewed when it comes like to my reputation in the professional world, because you know you kind of got to play chess when it comes to your job, like especially if you need it. And I am not in the position yet to just be like deuces, so you know I try to keep it cute at work, but y'all, it is just getting out of hand. And I just think, I don't want to say too much because I do still work there and I don't know who be lurking on my page, but I'm just saying, I think jobs are like mattresses. I think that, you know, your relationship with your employer can definitely like run its course. And I don't know like if that's what it is, but it's just been a lot. Like I work for people who don't have the strongest leadership skills. Like I'm tippy-toeing again because I still work there, and if I didn't, I probably would get a little bit more raw and uncut with these comments. But again, I'm working with people that do not have the strongest leadership skills, and I just feel like it is taking a toll on my working relationship with them. But not just me, I feel like every team member can relate and feels the same way that I feel. We've had so many come to Jesus meetings and moments, and it just doesn't seem to be working. Like I don't know what the deal is, but I will say that I am trying my best to blend into the background, to just keep it cute, keep it professional above all. I'm gonna take that same fawn concealer and I'm going to start to highlight my T-zone area. And I'm going in with this concealer brush, and this is the Flawless Concealer Brush by e.l.f. So we're just gonna go in and up under those eyes like that. But yeah, I'm trying to most of all keep it professional because I do care about my reputation in the corporate world, because that is where I'm existing right now. And but it's hard, y'all. It's hard because like we be getting tried at work, and I mean, I know a lot of y'all can relate. Women, black women especially, you know, you don't want to be called angry, but then at some point you get to where you just don't even really give a F about that. This is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. This is one of them concealers that was just too light for me, and I am going in with the shade Medium Beige, and all I do is just kind of dot that on top to just kind of add some extra highlight under the eyes. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to stipple this on out with a brush or go in with a sponge? I feel like that brush is gonna give me like the coverage and the snatch that I want. So it's gonna take a little bit longer, but I think I'm gonna use this brush to blend this out. And yeah, it lets me get all up in them crevices, like right up under my eye. I'm probably gonna do a combination of both. I'm gonna probably blend with my brush and go into with my sponge, like around the edges, because some of this product need to get picked up. I think I was a little heavy-handed with the application. But yeah, I brought that up to kind of tippy-toe around it again, because this is the internet and I do still need my job, and I don't want to get, you know, I don't want to put too much of the business out there, but baby, it's getting rough. Like, I had to tell my employer that I don't think I'll be attending the Christmas soiree this year, just because honestly, and I think this was a very valid reason, but we need to work on our like working relationship before we be kikiing. Like I just don't want to kiki. I do not. So this is a blending sponge by Beauty Bakery. I wet it before I got started, and it is the perfect consistency. It is damp. It is not sopping wet. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna try to pick up some of that product with this, because yeah, I did get super heavy-handed with the concealer. So we're gonna tap that in. But yeah, it's just like, let me know down below like how y'all navigate, especially people of color. Let me know in the comment section down below, how do y'all navigate drama and turmoil at work? Because honestly, I really just want to go to work and mind my business, but I feel like I get provoked a lot, and that bothers me, because I do a very good job at my job, and it is a position that I am overqualified for. But you know, it is what it is. We're here and we're making it work, and it is a means of me contributing and helping support my family. And I just don't like when I feel like I'm being provoked. I just want to mind my business and get in and get out. And I feel like I'm not being allowed to do that. And that is a problem, and it is just so discouraging. It is exhausting. I literally feel like physically out of breath sometimes when I get in my car to come home after work, y'all. And that's just not the life I'm trying to live. That's just not the stress that I want to put on myself. And that's what I'm enduring right now. And it is freaking rough. It is so rough. But, you know, it's gonna work out. Everything is going to work out. I am sure of it. Because I'm very strong in my faith. And, you know, certain seasons we have to deal with because we need to learn something from it. And I'm very aware of that. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. I don't wanna go off on no tangent, but work has been very stressful and I'm hoping to get on the other side of that really, really soon. So I did pick up a lot of that product with my sponge. So I am ready to contour, and I'm gonna go in with the Mented Cosmetics. Actually, let me see what the consistency of this concealer is before I go in with it, because I don't want it. Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna go in with the Mented Cosmetics Full-Time Brightening Concealer, and I bought a deep shade. I bought Clock In, which is a lot deeper than my skin tone, and I bought it that way intending to use it as a contour. And so I'm just going to dot that. Boop, boop, boop. I probably just really needed 2 dots, but we're gonna go with 3. I'm gonna put a little bit here and here, and a little bit at the jawline, like that. And so now we are going to blend that out and just warm the face up a little bit. And I'm actually going to use my foundation brush to do that. Yeah, I need to concentrate on this one, y'all, because I put too much product. I am putting my Christmas tree up tomorrow. It is mid-November, and I am so excited to do this because last year I put my Christmas tree up 2 weeks before Christmas, and it just felt so improper. I'm just cleaning up that edge. I had like a very defined line of demarcation, and I have the same thing over here. I'm just cleaning that up with my sponge. I'm not adding any product to it, but this is what I blended my concealer with, so I'm just going back in to kind of blend that out. But yeah, I didn't even get to enjoy my tree last year, and I don't like that. I did not like that at all. Like, I was so behind the 8 ball when it came to like Christmas and like my Christmas decor. I'm just blending that. The best thing to do is just to curve this under the chin, but you don't want it to get too far up in here. So just go in. I wouldn't blend it down the neck, but definitely like curve it under the chin. I'm so proud of myself for sitting down and doing this video, y'all, because for me to be able to get all these videos out to y'all for Vlogmas, I should have been started filming, and I didn't. And so now I'm trying to like get my life and play catch up, or not even play catch up, but I'm trying to prevent being behind, you know, once it's time to start uploading. And like, it really depended on me getting started today, and I wanted this for sure to be the first video introducing Vlogmas, just chatting with y'all and regrouping and doing some like Christmas makeup, and I needed to get that done today. So aside from, you know, me being a little bit behind, I'm so tired, but I'm in a place where I can't lay down until this is done, because I need to like start kicking this filming off so that I can get these videos out to y'all in a timely fashion, because this is important to me. Like, I really, really, really want to show up for y'all for Vlogmas. I've been so excited about it. Brand pitching and all of that has had me like super duper hyped up. I'm not gonna really do a nose contour. I have some of that deep concealer shade on this sponge, so I'm just gonna pinch it and kind of go in just a little bit on the sides of my nose like that. And that's as much as we gonna cream contour the nose, because I don't want it to get too messy and out of hand. And see how this base makeup really pulled the eyes together? The eyes was looking so ugly to me before I did this, and now we're all pulled together. So next, it's time to set everything. So we don't want to set any creases. So I'm gonna find the clean side of my sponge, because I did get into that deep shade with this. So what I don't want to do is get that muddiness under my eye. So I'm gonna find the clean side of the sponge and just go up under here and blend my eyeshadow, blend my concealer out a little bit, because we don't want any creasing to get set. And then I am going to go in with my setting powder. I was gonna use Makeup Revolution's Banana, but I actually think I'm gonna use the Beauty Bakery Flower, and this is in the shade Plantain, or Plantain as I like to say. I know it's not plantain, but I'm country. And we're gonna go in with that shade, and I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. little puff. And this puff is not dirty. I washed this in the washing machine and the makeup just didn't come out. So I'm gonna dip my puff. I just dumped that out on the back of my eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna tap that in and get some product on there, but I'm also gonna just go on the back of my hand to dust it off just a little and go right up under my eye. And I do want to bake here, because I'm about to go in and apply my I'm about to go in and apply my under eye shadow, and I don't want that fallout to get caught up on my face and getting stuck to my face. So I am gonna leave that powder sitting under there like that. And if y'all do makeup and y'all been using these puffs, how do y'all feel about them? Like, I like them. I feel like I like that it's a triangle, so you can really get up in there. I like this little thing on the back that I can like slip my fingers through. I feel like it gives me a lot of control. And yeah. You know what I think that people's main Achilles is with makeup? Like, people who come to me or tell me in passing like, hey, I just really can't get down with the makeup, as far as like, I don't know how to do it. I don't think I'll ever be able to really do it like how I see other people do it. I think the main reason people be thinking that is actually because of the eyeshadow. Because they see like smoky eyes and all this stuff, and they feel like it's so hard to do. Because look at how bad I was bashing myself, but look how well the eyeshadow came together once I added my base. I'm telling you, you can really look like a professional out here if you just use like the little cheat sheets. I didn't put as much setting powder like around my mouth and stuff, but I did put it there because I have laugh lines, and I'm kind of gonna dust the edges because I don't want my mouth to look white. And this is a clean, like tapered, is it a blush brush? It's called a highlight brush. And sometimes I'll use this to go up under my eyelid with like the powder, up under my eye with the powder. But I'm just using this clean today to kind of blend those edges and not make them so, you know. Because if I leave that sitting like that, it's gonna leave like that shape, and that's not what I want it to do at all. So I'm gonna just kind of go around the edges and just let it sit right up under here, and it's gonna look so good when it comes off. But yeah, so while that's sitting, we're gonna go ahead and jump into our under eye area. I'm gonna take just that little small brush. I'm not gonna add no product to it. And I'm just gonna go underneath here. Very lightly. And you don't wanna, I don't wanna mess with this. See how sharp that is? So I'm just gonna go up, right up to the corner right here and stop. And then sweep it a little bit underneath. And the same thing over here. I don't want to mess with the sharpness of that line because that's serving as like my eyeliner. So I just kind of want to sweep it up under just a hair so the eyes can appear finished. And I don't want to bring it all the way to the inner corner because see how my eyes look like open. I want them to look nice and open. So we're just gonna go up under there real light. And that's really all we needed. That's all we needed right there. Now I'm gonna go in with some eyeliner. And you know what? I didn't know if I wanted to use brown or black eyeliner. But I think I'm gonna use brown. The same brown that I used to kind of sharpen that. I'm gonna go in with this one. This is by Wet n Wild. It is very cheap. It is their kohl eyeliner. And it really does the job. It's so pigmented. And I don't have to scrub my waterline to get it to show up. Let's see. Can I set my mirror up right here? I'm trying to prop my mirror because I kind of want to hold my eyelash, my eye. Yeah, we propped it up right here. I kind of want to hold my lower eyelid open so I can really get in there with this eyeliner. I'm so sleepy, y'all, and started talking low. I really hope y'all can hear me. I'm gonna try to put some music in the back so we can, like, you know, have a little mood happening, but I might not be able to do that. I'm talking so low. I feel like the music might overpower my voice. I should have used a microphone. I was gonna use a microphone, but I don't have time to go through all this just to find out that my microphone not working. Because that has happened to me before in the past. So now I want to set that contour, and I'm going to go in with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deep. And if you know, you know, like, this used to be the makeup girl's holy grail back in the day. Like, you wasn't no makeup artist without Dark Deep. You were not a makeup artist without Dark Deep. And I'm so glad that I'm back using this again because I really, really love this. Like, this whole collection, like, they had Dark Deep, they had Dark Deepest. What was that other one that everybody used to use? Was it called Sun something? But it was a part of the same Mineralized Skin Finish line. And it had all the makeup girls in a choke. And I'm using the e.l.f. pointed powder brush, and this is just a really big tapered powder brush. And honestly, I would say this is my favorite makeup brush to use. I just think it is, I like big fluffy brushes, and like the fact that it's tapered, like, I just love the function of this. Like, it just really gets in there. It lightly sets everything. It applies a generous amount of product. Like, the taper is like warming things up but still keeping the contour where it needs to be. I mean, I just think this brush is pretty great. And we're just gonna kind of go up in here. I didn't really add product to go up in this area on the forehead, but we are gonna kind of dust some up there so that the forehead area is also set. But the main part was to just get the cheeks done. Yeah. just kind of roll that around underneath. I came up on the chin a little bit too much. Try not to do that because you don't want this looking crazy. And now what do we need to do? I still feel like my forehead is kind of shiny. I'm gonna take this same brush with the bronzer on it, but I'm gonna tap it in this excess like setting powder and just kind of tap it on my forehead because I feel like my forehead and right here is just so shiny and I don't want that. But I just tapped it in and see it's nice and fluffy, so it's not gonna be too concentrated. It's not gonna put too much product where I don't want it, but it is just gonna help me kind of like set this area, like set the front of my brows, all of that, add a little bit of highlight to the forehead because again we don't want it looking muddy. And I'm gonna take a flat angled eyeshadow brush and also go into that product and kind of go down the bridge of my nose and just make sure that area still is highlighted but also like set and not greasy looking. We don't want that to look greasy at all. And I'm gonna go down over the edges of my, even right here, you can dust around the edges so that that line is not too harsh when you sweep your product away. And then with that same brush, whenever you have to use the same brush for multiple products, because I'm looking around and I don't want to have to get up again because I'm almost done, but I see that I don't have another like untouched brush that I can like contour my nose with, but I do want to add a little powder contour to my nose. So whenever you have to use multiple brushes like what I'm about to do with this one, or sorry, whenever you have to use one brush for multiple things like I'm doing with this one, you always want to go from lightest to darkest. So I swept around this area and kind of blended in my setting powder. I went down the bridge of my nose with that lighter setting powder. Now I can go into dark deep and tap it off and just kind of lightly contour the nose a little bit. And I am using the lightest pressure, y'all, right here. Like I am not doing too much. We're just going in with a really, really light hand. And it might look a little harsh right here, but we're gonna blend it out in just a second once we give the face like a final sweep. Oh, but one more thing I wanna do, because we're going all out today, is I do want to take some of that setting powder. I'm gonna just go into the cap, and I want to kind of cut my contour a little bit. So going in, just tapping with that puff. I just want to lightly. And this kind of blends too, so it's okay to like kind of tap it a little bit and blend it out. But I definitely wanted to like cut that cheekbone a little bit so that my contour is sharp. Put a little too much on this side, as you can see, but that is okay. That is okay. All right, so now I'm gonna immediately go in with that clean highlight brush and sweep what I just laid down away. And it's just gonna leave that subtle. I am also gonna sweep away that setting powder from underneath my under eye. And see how nice and flawless that base came out. So nice. So nice. And again, this brush is clean, so you can kind of just sweep all over, blend everything in together. Another way you can kind of lock in everything is you can take your sponge, the cleanest part, and just kind of go over the whole entire face, because it's kind of damp. But just tap. Don't swipe and sweep and don't do too much. But it just kind of like smooths everything once you're done. You see? See how that did that there? I think I want to add just a little bit more bronzer. Just because you don't want to lose that warmth. And you can just kind of play around, go back in and add things that you feel, that you see fit. But I don't want to look like washed out. And it could be my lighting, because I got these super duper like bright lights on directly on my face, and sometimes when I set my lighting up, I realize I could have set, you know, did the settings a little bit differently, but that's water under the bridge now, honey. We too far through this video to be doing all that. All right, so that's done. And I think we're ready for the lips. Oh no, let's do some blush. So I want to add some blush. I'm going to use the Mented Clay Too Much gel. The Mented Clay Too Much blush. Why would I say gel? Where did I get gel? Where did I get gel from? I don't know, I'm thinking about hair stuff. So I'm gonna take that up to the highest point. I'm even gonna kind of, I like how the girlies be going like up under like into their highlight a little bit. Now they usually do that with the cream, but I feel like you can still have the same effect with the powder blush. Like, see how pretty that looks? That looks so nice. And I'm using the Makeup Shack. Oh my gosh. This is the Makeup Shack T95 blush brush. T95 from Makeup Shack. But yeah, I'm kind of like putting the most concentrated on the highest point of my cheekbones, but like coming in a little bit. But I do like when the girls like blend or mix the cream blush with their concealer. I think that looks so pretty. I think that looks so nice. But I think I got that effect with the powder. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose. And we back using highlight again. I don't know what these people talking about. Like, I don't know what we were talking about by not using highlights. Highlight is a necessity, and we tried to step away from it, but baby, I'm back on it. I am back on the highlight, and I'm going in with an OG Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy collaboration. Yeah, we going in with her. I'm just gonna put this on the Morphe M501 brush, and I am going to hit the highest points of my cheeks with that. And that is just, this is what's gonna set it off for you. This is gonna make you feel like you did the thing. when you're done with your makeup. Like, this highlight is so freaking pretty. I need to go somewhere. I'm gonna leave this on for my man tonight. I am gonna leave this on for him. I think he just got home from work. I'm about to go downstairs and make us some Brenner. We're gonna have some pancakes tonight. I don't hear my children no more. I think they sleeping. We're gonna go across the upper lip a little bit. And tell me how y'all feeling. Like, tell me how y'all liking the look. I think it looks really good. Like, I'm looking at it over here in the little viewfinder, and I am loving everything about this. So close that up, and now it's time to finish things off. Go in with our lipstick. I do still think my eyebrows look a little bit greasy, so I'm gonna go in over those, and I'm gonna use one of those eyeshadow brushes that don't really have no product on it. And just go over, yeah, and just flick, 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 flick that over my eyebrow area. And then I'm gonna go in with a with my spoolie and just kind of comb it through and dust that powder out of there. Matter of fact, I'm actually gonna go back in with that clean brush. Yeah, and just kind of move that powder around a little bit. That's good. Now my eyebrows don't look oily, and that comes from the waxy, that comes from the brow lift sometimes. Like, it can make them look a little bit greasy. But that's eliminated, and now we are gonna top this look off with a red lip. And my red lip of choice is the Fenty Uncensored Stunna Lip Paint. And this is like, this is so holiday season. I think I'm gonna do a video with like the ultimate holiday season red lip. But this red lip is so good, y'all. You gotta be careful though. You cannot be heavy-handed with this thing because she can be messy. So what I do to try to control things, I'm not gonna do, oh yeah, I am. I wasn't gonna do a lip liner, but I think I am. And I'm gonna use a purple-ish lip liner. I'm gonna use the NYX Subversive Socialite, I think is what this is. It is like, had it, y'all. It's been through a lot. But I'm gonna go in with that. I start with my outer corner, and then I kind of connect them in the middle. Okay, so I didn't do it too heavy-handed with this because the red lipstick is gonna smother this anyway, but I just want to create like a little outline for me to follow. But the reason I start in the outer corner, I learned this from a makeup YouTuber. So when you start at your Cupid's bow and draw outward, sometimes you cannot get your outer corner of your lips as precise. But if you start from the outside and work your way in, you are starting right where that corner needs to be and spreading it inward, because this is easier to mess up than this, basically, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and take my lip paint, and I'm just gonna dot this around the rims of my lips first. Giving it also like a light sweep. And once you get to that outer corner, just kind of open and find your way back up to connect it. Because one thing about a red lip, you do not want it to be messy. You don't want it to be all smeared in the outer corner at all. You want it to be very precise. And then you kind of just make a heart. So I'm just gonna go down this way and then go back. And connect. Do y'all see how I have not picked up any more of this product? Because it is that pigmented. With the lower, I'm gonna start in the center. Looking down into my mirror. Still have not re-dipped into the product. All right, we got a smudge. We got a smudger. Let's see, I'm gonna take my nail and light this makeup wipe and very gently clean that up. You don't want to take off your base makeup that you took so long applying. And then we're gonna tap the center, tap some of that product off because I did put it back inside the bottle. And the center is pretty easy to fill in once you got everything else laid down. And you just want to go just to the edge of the wet dry line of your lips. I see the outer corners are still just a little bit, not messy, but not quite as sharp as I want them to be. So I'm gonna there we go. Find a clean piece of makeup wipe and go back over it. And it's better if you use a fingernail because it's more controlled and you can be more precise. And there we go. We are all finished. This is the look. I think it looks good. I think it looks festive. This with an all black outfit is going to eat the girls up at the company party. Once again, welcome to Vlogmas. This is gonna be the best Vlogmas yet. I appreciate you so much if you stuck around to the end of this video. If you would like to see more videos like this, please be vocal in the comments and let me know. Give this video a thumbs up also if you liked it. And if you are new to my channel in general and you're not sure about whether or not you should subscribe, just click it. Just click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and stick around. Just stay for Vlogmas, get to know me a little bit, and I guarantee you when January comes, you'll still want to be here. So thank y'all. I appreciate you. I look forward to spending more time together, and I will see y'all in my next video.